I expect a fight now. I expect Tyson to come. He's gonna come ready, but I think Usyk will upstage him.
Bill Haney firmly believes Alexander Usyk's technical brilliance will outshine Tyson Fury, making him unbeatable in the rematch. Meanwhile, Bernard Hopkins shared his perspective on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk rematch, highlighting Usyk's exceptional heart and talent as key factors that could give him an edge. While acknowledging Fury's physical advantages, Hopkins noted that Usyk's size and skill set might work to his benefit in this highly anticipated matchup.
Do you see that fight going any differently?
No. No. I think the smaller guy is really the big guy in heart and big guy in talent. I just think that, and I've been with Tyson Fury when he fought, most of the people he fought for is picking him to win.
Derek Chisora raised concerns about Tyson Fury's preparation for the rematch, suggesting that his sparring partners may not be providing the level of challenge needed. He highlighted Alexander Usyk's aggressive and relentless style, noting that Usyk might enter the fight with added confidence. While Chisora expressed his hope for a Fury victory, he acknowledged the challenges Fury might face in overcoming Usyk's approach.
Yeah, listen, I love Birmingham. I love Manchester, Liverpool, but Liverpool is cold. You understand? And I like Glasgow and Wales. So it was either one of those two cities, couple of cities, those 4 cities. But I wanted to come to Manchester because they got a new arena, the Co-op Arena. So I wanted to come here, and I was there.
How emotional do you think you'll be on the night?
I'm very emotional because, as I said before, I cried actually, when Nicole showed me the poster, and I was like, oh Jesus. And then the funniest thing is that I was asleep, and then my father comes in our bedroom at 3 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
Meanwhile, Ben Shalom expressed confidence in both Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, acknowledging Usyk's remarkable consistency and ability to perform under pressure while recognizing Fury's potential for significant improvements. He highlighted the competitive nature of the matchup, suggesting that both fighters could elevate their performances to new heights.
I always backed Tyson for the first one and always allowed Tyson to win this as the break. I can never see a way past Alexander Usyk. I mean, he's proven it time and time again, and I actually don't think that was the best Alexander Usyk that we seen. I think he's going to be better this time. I do think Tyson's going to be better, but I think you have to go with Alexander given the history as much as I hope Tyson can win, but a great fight.
Piers Morgan voiced confidence in Tyson Fury's ability to recover from his defeat to Alexander Usyk, highlighting Fury's unwavering determination to regain his standing. He warned against underestimating Fury, citing his track record of resilience and overcoming challenges.
The British fans want to know, is Tyson Fury going to be able to avenge that lost Usyk?
He'll want to.
What do you think, Haney?
I've never ever underestimated Tyson Fury.
George Groves believes Alexander Usyk will defeat Tyson Fury, citing Usyk's exceptional boxing skills as superior to Fury's size advantage. He recalled Usyk's rise to heavyweight, defying doubts about his ability to compete with larger fighters, and views him as the more technically gifted boxer.
Where do you stand on that? What do you think? I know you was quite strong on that as well. I think that you went Usyk as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off. We've seen cruiserweights move up to heavyweight and dominate in previous years, and it did seem a bit unfathomable for a lot of people that he's never going to compete with the Anthony Joshuas, or people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury, I don't think, quite at the time, or maybe he just sort of burst back on the scene beating Wilder. But yeah, I still think Usyk beats him. I think, the argument is a good big un beats a good little un, but I think Usyk is an exceptional fighter. I think in terms of their boxing ability, like, Usyk is a lot better.
Bill Haney shared his perspective on the upcoming rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Initially, Haney did not anticipate Usyk's victory over Fury in their first bout. However, after witnessing Usyk's performance, he has become a strong believer in the Ukrainian's capabilities. While he acknowledges Fury's unique fighting spirit and his heritage from a family of fighters, Haney maintains that Usyk's skills will be too formidable for Fury to overcome, placing his confidence in Usyk for the win.
Man, I didn't think Usyk was going to do Fury like he did him. You know, so Usyk has made me a believer.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made me a believer. I think that he'll upstage Fury again.
Oh, so you think it's going to be 2-0?
It'll be 2-0.
Right. I mean, Fury is a interesting guy, man. Doesn't look like a world champion boxer, but you throw him in the ring and,
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
He's a real fighter.
No, he's a fighter. He comes from a fighter family.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, a mastermind within himself. So
Richard Torres called the Fury-Usyk rematch intriguing, praising Usyk's first victory and Fury's resilience. While slightly favoring Usyk for his clear strategy, he acknowledged Fury's adaptability and strength as potential game changers.
Like, Usyk definitely won that first fight, but it was still a close fight. You know, there was like Tyson was doing his thing. I'm excited for the rematch. I've been just a fan of Tyson from an early age, and I've tried to mimic some of Usyk's style. So I have some skin in the game for both sides, but I'm just looking for a good fight. I think that Usyk kind of has a little bit more of a game plan now that he could double up on, and I think that Fury needs to kind of switch up what he needs to do. He needs to get on his feet more. He needs to box. He needs to kind of show a little different facets that he has shown before, but he needs to bring back. But I think it's easier for Usyk to double down than it is for Tyson to change. So I'm leaning a little more towards Usyk, but Tyson Fury, you know, he's a heavyweight, he's a puncher, he has a punch, he has a punch, and he can do what he needs to do.
Johnny Nelson has expressed concerns regarding Tyson Fury's motivation for a rematch with Alexander Usyk following Fury's split decision loss in May. Nelson questioned whether Fury possesses the necessary drive to reclaim his titles, suggesting that the defeat may have significantly impacted him both mentally and emotionally. He emphasized the importance of Fury making strategic adjustments and eliminating distractions to enhance his chances in a potential rematch.
Tyson Fury doesn't change anything like he keeps saying he's not, then the result will be exactly the same. If Tyson Fury... The problem is, Usyk now has a blueprint for beating Tyson Fury. But Usyk now knows, he doesn't think, now knows he can hurt Tyson Fury. Now knows he's a bit faster, a bit sharper, he can get away with certain things. He knows this. Usyk was coming in around the 15-stone bracket. And so he knows he has the speed, he has the power, and he has the boxing ability to beat him.
Sean Porter shared his perspective on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk rematch, expressing confidence that Fury has likely learned valuable lessons from their first encounter. He highlighted Fury's size and focus as potential advantages, predicting a competitive fight that may mirror the intensity and pace of the initial rounds in their previous bout.
I really wouldn't say he's been humbled. I gotta imagine they went back and watched the fight, him specifically, and just saw a moment where he was a little laxed and got caught. I think, I truly do believe if he doesn't get caught in that moment that he probably wins the fight. I don't know if there was anything else that Usyk could have done to change the tide there. He got caught with that punch in that moment, in that round, and I think he's just gonna fix that. The quietness that we're seeing, if anything, I feel is just his focus on making sure that he capitalizes on the rematch. So I actually do expect him to win this rematch. I think he's bigger than Usyk, and that size advantage that he has, he, unlike most fighters, knows how to use that size, that reach, that speed. I think
Paulie Malignaggi has expressed concerns about Tyson Fury's physical readiness for the rematch against Alexander Usyk, scheduled for December 21st. He noted that while Fury's calm demeanor might indicate strong mental focus, there are questions about whether his physical condition, especially at 36 and considering his lifestyle between fights, can match his mental preparedness. Malignaggi emphasized the importance of Fury aligning both mental and physical aspects to effectively utilize his size and speed advantages in the upcoming bout.
I certainly think that he knows it's a must-win situation. You know, you're at this point, you're in your mid-30s, and you came off this huge loss. Even with that split decision loss, if you lose again, you get sent back into the sort of the pile of the heavyweights, the mix, and there's some dangerous fights in there. But you know, do you really want to go get thrown back into that pile at this point in time in your life, when you've made money, you're comfortable, and you're at a point where it's hard to rebuild at this age? So I do think the mentality Fury has always shown us when he needs to be super focused, have that laser focus. I believe it might be there. My question is physically, is it there at this age? You know, sometimes your mind wants to be there, but your body at a certain age may not be there. I don't know.
Moreover, Malignaggi reflected on Tyson Fury's performance in his first fight with Alexander Usyk, observing that while Fury started strong, Usyk's relentless mental pressure led to a critical mistake. For the rematch, Malignaggi recommends that Fury adopt a more aggressive and physical approach, akin to his strategy against Deontay Wilder, to counter Usyk's pressure and avoid being overwhelmed.
Lived a great life between fights and whatnot, so that sort of ages you faster, right? So let's see if he can get his mind right the way he seems to be getting. Can he bring the physical part of it into the ring at this age? You know, Sean Cham, you made a great point about the first part of the fight. Fury was doing a great job, but that was also, Usyk's response was also only a matter of time, because Usyk was consistently putting that mental pressure, cutting off the ring, pressure bust pipes. It was gonna force a mistake. It was bound to force a mistake at a certain point. Fury never took advantage by backing up Usyk. He let Usyk continue to back him up, cut him off, and made him feel that strain and pressure, despite the fact that Fury was boxing well, but he was constantly having to feel that strain and that pressure, that mental anguish, and eventually it translated into an error. The pressure did bust the pipes, translated into an error, and from there, from that error, Usyk was able to turn things around.
Pat Brown praised both Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, highlighting Usyk's outstanding technical abilities while describing Fury as a larger, more powerful version of a comparable style. Reflecting on their first encounter, Brown noted that while Fury performed admirably, there was room for improvement, though he was careful to stress his deep respect for Usyk. Brown expressed optimism about the rematch, suggesting that if Fury delivers his best performance, it could lead to an exciting contest with a strong chance of victory for him.
In terms of Fury and Usyk, I've always been a fan of both fighters massively. Obviously Usyk's an unbelievable technician, and so is Fury, just a bigger version. I do think going into this second one, like Fury did amazing the first one, but I felt like Tyson definitely could have done better, and that's not me writing Usyk off whatsoever. I respect him massively, but in terms of Fury, I think if he brings his A game, he's in for a treat definitely for that night.
Chris Algieri acknowledges Tyson Fury's potential to dominate the rematch, citing his strong start in their first encounter. However, he highlights Alexander Usyk's relentless willpower and mental pressure, which he believes could secure another victory for Usyk. Algieri views Usyk as an incredibly tough opponent whose determination and refusal to lose make him a formidable challenge for Fury.
Was in the beginning, in the middle of that last fight, and yeah, he made a mistake. He got cracked. He got hurt. And I do agree with you that if he doesn't get hurt in that situation, he probably wins that fight, probably pretty handily. But ultimately, if you ask me today, right now, I think Usyk does it again. I just think the guy is just Champ. Paul, you mentioned the pressure. Very, very different fighter than Wilder, because Fury's normally the guy who pressures guys and breaks them over time. Now he's got a guy who does it. He does it, and he does it better than him. And he puts that pressure, and he stays in your face, and he has so much will, does Usyk. I don't see that fading just yet. I could see both versions. I could see Tyson going out there and doing what he did early in that fight and make it look easy and just get himself to a decision where he doesn't get hurt. But I also can absolutely see something similar to the last fight where Usyk gets him toward the end.
Paul Smith speculated that Tyson Fury might contemplate retirement after the rematch, especially if a potential fight with Anthony Joshua loses public interest. While acknowledging Usyk as the favorite, Smith highlighted the possibility of Fury securing an unexpected victory, emphasizing the rematch's unpredictability and the realistic chances for both fighters to triumph based on the circumstances.
I think it could be his last fight, regardless of what he does. If he wins, he could retire in the ring and be done, because I think the AJ fight's gone. I don't think anyone will want to see that now, with all due respect to both of them, in my opinion. But I think it's Usyk's fight to lose. I think Usyk's proven he's number one in the division now, with a lot, especially that given how well Dubois done. So it's Usyk's to lose, but it's not by all means a foregone conclusion. You know, I think Usyk is the favourite. I think Usyk would possibly do it, but wouldn't be surprised if Fury did it.
As the rematch approaches, analysts like Matt Macklin are focusing on the strategies of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Macklin describes the fight as a tactical chess match, where both will try to outsmart each other. Known for their intelligence in the ring, their ability to adjust based on past fights will be key to deciding the winner.
As much as it'll be fascinating really to see how that fight is won and lost. I think tactics will be so, I mean, the key in any fight, but I think in this one really will be, particularly because they're both so clever and they'll both be analysing their performances, what they did well, what they didn't do well, what the opponent did well, and everything. And then it'll be fascinating to see who can outdo the other.
Terrence Crawford shared his thoughts on the rematch, praising both Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk for their exceptional abilities. He predicted an incredible showdown regardless of the outcome and congratulated the future undisputed heavyweight champion. Crawford emphasized the respect both fighters have earned for their remarkable skills and accomplishments.
Great fight. May the best man win. And to the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, congratulations.
Tyson Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill, described the first fight as an exciting clash where both fighters displayed moments of aggression. While recognizing the disappointment of the loss, he framed it as a chance for growth and learning. Hill highlighted how challenges in life often offer lessons that can pave the way for improved performances.
And that's what made that first fight just such a great fight. For boxing, period. Whether Tyson won or lost, on my side, I'm with Tyson, so obviously I'm not so happy about the loss because it was a loss, but the thing to do is just to learn from that and to get better.
What's the difference heading into a rematch, Sugar? What's the difference going into a rematch?
You learn lessons in life and you can make yourself better from that.
Barry McGuigan offered a critical perspective on Tyson Fury's chances in the rematch, suggesting that Alexander Usyk's ability to adapt and counter Fury's style could prove decisive once again. While acknowledging Fury's talent, McGuigan expressed doubts about whether he can make the necessary adjustments, contributing to the anticipation of another strong performance from Usyk.
No, I would expect him to show loyalty to the corner. He's had that corner for quite a while. And he's been successful. Why would he change it? He's done very well as a heavyweight champion. He's been around a long time. He served the sport well. He's earned a lot of money. Will he beat Usyk? Never, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I'm just simply saying Usyk has his number. He was lucky to get through the fight. He, could have been stopped.
Teddy Atlas offered strategic advice to Tyson Fury, highlighting the potential impact of a well-timed uppercut against Alexander Usyk's elusive style. He also underscored the importance of an effective jab to create openings and capitalize on opportunities, suggesting that these adjustments could be key against a skilled and agile opponent like Usyk.
Look, there's things that he maybe could have used the uppercut more because it was very effective in that 6th round. Maybe he could have used it throughout the fight a little more, maybe. Maybe there's things that he could have just added off of controlling with the jab. I have a saying, you set the table with the jab and you eat with the right hand, right? Maybe he could have, went to the refrigerator a little bit, brought out a few, or to wherever the stock box is, wherever he keeps the right hand, and brought them out with the jab a little more. Maybe he could have done that because he was definitely doing well with the jab. He was setting the table. Maybe he could have ate a little more.
Lennox Lewis, a former undisputed heavyweight champion, shared his expert analysis on what Tyson Fury needs to do to overcome Alexander Usyk in their rematch. Lewis stressed the importance of strategy and discipline, advising Fury to remain focused and use his size and strength intelligently. He highlighted the need for Fury to capitalize on any weaknesses in Usyk's game, but cautioned that Usyk's technical skill and adaptability make him a challenging opponent to outmaneuver.
We're of course a matter of a few months away from the rematch, or the proposed rematch. What does Tyson Fury need to do in the rematch that he potentially didn't do first time around if he's going to avenge that loss?
I think he needs to take the fight a lot serious. Secure his job. I like him a little heavier, whether he feels that works for him or not. But I would like him a little heavier and working behind the jab.
Jay Opataya, the IBF Cruiserweight champion, has expressed his support for Tyson Fury in the upcoming rematch against Alexander Usyk. Opataya believes that Fury possesses the necessary attributes to reclaim the heavyweight title, citing his size, strength, and versatility as potential advantages. While acknowledging Usyk's skill and status in the sport, Opataya suggests that Fury's physicality and adaptability could be decisive factors in the rematch.
I'm excited for this second fight. I feel like they both sort of know each other now, and I feel like Fury, he's got the tools to beat, Usyk, but he just needs to apply them.
Eddie Hearn has expressed a cautious perspective on the upcoming rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. He acknowledges Usyk's status as the pound-for-pound best and his accomplishment in becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion. However, Hearn also emphasizes that Fury should not be underestimated, noting his history of defying expectations. Recognizing the intriguing contrast in their fighting styles, Hearn suggests that the outcome is uncertain and could favor either fighter.
And Alexander Usyk proved himself as the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Just a remarkable fighter, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion. And you know, every time I've bet against Tyson Fury, he's proved everybody wrong. So you can't rule him out in this fight. And all the respect for Alexander Usyk.
Shane Fury has emphasized the importance of Tyson being in optimal physical and mental condition for the rematch against Alexander Usyk. He suggests that Tyson should blend offensive aggression with defensive tactics. Shane believes that Tyson's success hinges on his ability to integrate these strategies while maintaining peak readiness.
He has seemed to let pressure get to him, but you feel like there's more pressure on this fight because there's more question marks around what's going to happen, how he's going to approach it?
Listen, there's not really much. You can approach, you either go forward or you box backwards. If you can do a little bit of the both, it's a good start. And listen, he's just got to get fit, strong, and he'll do what he needs to do, Tyson. And that's the main thing, send him out fit.
Adam Smith has reflected on the unpredictable nature of heavyweight boxing, noting that a single punch can dramatically shift the outcome of a fight. He emphasized the potential for knockdowns or stoppages in such high-stakes matchups. Smith highlighted Tyson Fury's natural advantages, including his jab, footwork, and reach, which he believes could play a key role in countering Alexander Usyk's technical skills.
Down this time. Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
Russ Anber, Alexander Usyk's cutman, has emphasized that pre-fight hype is inconsequential compared to the actual performance in the ring. Reflecting on the first fight between Usyk and Tyson Fury, Anber noted that promotional activities, weigh-ins, and stare-downs become irrelevant once the bout begins. He focuses on ensuring his fighter's mental and physical readiness during training camp and on fight night. Anber stressed the importance of executing the game plan over 12 rounds, expressing confidence in Usyk's ability to replicate his previous success in the rematch.
Yeah, listen, it's all talk, it's all hype. As we saw in the first fight, when all the talking was done, at the end of the day, you had a winner and a loser, and that's what matters to me. I don't care. You can talk. It's all for show. This is all to sell tickets and to get people to say, "Oh, did you see what he said?" And "Oh, did you see what he said?" I don't care. I don't care. Me, I care what the mental state of my fighter is when we're in camp and when we go into the ring. I don't care what was said before. I don't care what you do at the weigh-in. I don't care about the stare down. I don't care about none of that stuff. I care that my guy's ready, that he's in shape, he's mentally prepared to do the 12 rounds the way we want him to do them, just like he did it the first time. And that's what I'm going to be counting on again for the rematch.
Egis Klimas, manager of Alexander Usyk, has acknowledged the unpredictable nature of boxing and the potential for differing perspectives between judges and spectators. He expressed hope for fair judging in the upcoming rematch against Tyson Fury, emphasizing the importance of both fighters emerging unharmed. Klimas believes that the better man will prevail on December 21st.
As far as the upcoming fight, it's hard to predict. It's boxing. We know. We've seen many. Sometimes you can win, but nowadays the judges just see it different than when we see a fight. But hopefully the judges is going to be very fair for the fight. And my biggest wish, both guys become without the cuts, then we don't have to curse each other. And the best man going to win December 21. Thank you very much.
Joe Rogan highlighted the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk fight as a testament to the importance of technical mastery in boxing. He noted that while Joshua is an impressive athlete with strong skills, he struggled against Usyk's superior technique. Usyk's precise combinations and relentless movement exposed the gap between raw physical strength and elite boxing skill.
Fight. It made me realize the importance of technique, because Joshua is a real physical specimen
and has great technique too.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that elite level of technique that Usyk had, and you could see the combinations, the way he was throwing punches. He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments who you think will come out on top in this epic rematch, Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and expert insights on the biggest matchups in boxing. See you in the next one.